Hello guys! Welcome back at good evening po sa lahat ng mga kababayan kong OFW dito sa Saudi Arabia. In today's video po ay pag-uusapan naman natin ngayon ang third part ng Labor Reform Initiative, which is ang Employee Mobility Service. But before that guys, bago tayo mag-umpisa, please click the subscribe button at pakihit na rin ang notification bell para kayo ay laging updated sa mga susunod kong videos na i-upload. To start this topic guys, umpisahan natin sa kung ano ang description ng Employee Mobility Service. So, sabi dito guys sa Service Guidebook, ang Employee Mobility Service is a service that allows expatriate workers to transfer jobs between private sector establishments according to specific regulations that consider the contractual rights of both parties and the terms of the contract between the employer and the expatriate worker. So, yun po yung description niya guys. Target groups. Ang target groups ng service ng employee mobility is of course ang empleyado mismo, which is us as expatriate workers, then ang current employer natin, at saka yung future employer natin, the new employer. Then let's discuss the conditions of the service guys. So there are two kinds of conditions guys ng service na to. Una is the eligibility conditions for expatriate workers, and then pangalawa is ang new employer eligibility conditions to request the transfer of expatriate workers. So dito tayo muna sa eligibility conditions sa expatriate workers. So una, para maging eligible ka, number one is dapat ang manggagawa or ang worker must be in expatriate that is working under the Saudi labor system. So dapat ikaw ay isang manggagawang expatriate nasa ilalim ng Saudi labor system. And then pangalawang condition guys, the worker must complete a total of 1 calendar year of service for the current employer beginning from the date of entry to the kingdom. So yun guys, no, i-clarify lang natin, kahit may 2 years contract ka sa iyong employer, as long as you finish 1 calendar year of service sa inyong existing employer, beginning from the date of your entry to the kingdom. So yung bilang niya guys is yung unang araw na pagdating ninyo dito sa Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Yun yung bilang ng taon para ikaw ay maging isang eligible expatriate worker to apply for employee mobility service. Then pangatlo guys, the worker must have a valid duly attested employment contract. So dapat may employment contract kayo na talagang valid guys, hindi yung makapiki-piki yung contract na yan. So, kailangan yung i-check yan guys. Then, pang-apat, the worker must be presented a job offer by the new employer through Kiwa portal. So, yun guys, dapat pag makakuha kayo ng bagong employment sa new employer ninyo or job offer, kasi natanggap kayo sa trabaho, kailangan ninyo yan guys na makita sa Kiwa portal. So dapat dun ang job offer ng inyong bagong employment o contract sa bagong employer ninyo. Dapat dun yung titingnan sa Kiwa portal. Then panglima guys, the worker must submit a notice of the transfer request to the current employer, taking into consideration the notice period. So dapat guys, mag-submit kayo ng request, notice of transfer request sa current employer ninyo, at saka dapat consider ninyo yung notice period. Normally guys, ang notice period dito sa mga employer natin sa Saudi Arabia is at least 2 months notice period. So, kailangan kayo mag-submit ng notice of transfer request guys sa inyong current employer. Yun yung mga eligibility conditions for expatriate workers. Ngayon guys, next is i-discuss natin yung mga eligibility conditions ng inyong new employer to request, of course, ikaw as expatriate workers na maka-transfer sa kanilang kumpanya. Number 1, the establishment must be eligible to obtain visas as per applicable regulations. So yun guys, dapat ay eligible sila na makakuha ng mga working visas as per applicable regulations. Number 2, they should be compliant with the wage protection system regulations. And then pangatlo, they should be compliant with the electronic contract registration program regulations. And then pang-apat, they should be compliant with the self-evaluation program regulations. So yun po yung mga conditions ng employer, bagong employer ninyo to be eligible para sa pag-request ng pag-transfer ng expatriate worker. Next guys, conditions under which expatriate workers are entitled to employee transfer without conditions. So ito guys, ang mga conditions na entitled ang isang expatriate worker guys kahit walang mga eligibility conditions sa pag-transfer ninyo sa ibang employer. Unang condition guys, having no registered contract, taking into consideration that the contract registration deadline is 3 months from the worker's date of entry to the kingdom. Halimbawa guys, nandun kayo sa Pilipinas at nag-apply kayo sa Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, na-hire kayo at pagpunta ninyo dito sa Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, if at least 3 months from the date of your entry to the kingdom ay wala ka pa ring registered employment contract sa employer ninyo, ay automatic guys, entitled kayo na mag-transfer sa ibang employer dahil nga sa hindi kayo nabigyan ng registered employment contract within 3 months sa pagdating ninyo sa Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Pangalawa guys, not receiving a salary for 3 consecutive months. So 3 buwan guys, sa pagdating ninyo, kung hindi kayo nabigyan ng current employer ninyo ng sahod for 3 months, ay pwede na kayong mag-transfer sa ibang employer without the expatriate workers eligibility to avail the employee mobility service. Automatic na yun guys. Then pangatlo, if the employer is absent due to travel, imprisonment, death, or any other reason. So kung ang employer nyo daw ay wala dahil nag-travel, nakulong, o namatay, o sa anumang kadahilanan, ay pwede kayong mag-transfer guys na employer. Then pang-apat, if the expatriate workers work permit or visa expires. So guys, kung yung visa ninyo or your working visas in the form of your ikama, if expired na yan guys, ay automatic pwede kayong makapag-avail ng employee mobility service. And then panglima guys, if the workers reports a commercial cover-up by the employer, provided the worker is not involved. So guys, kung kayo daw ay magre-report ng mga violations sa inyo ng inyong employer, halimbawa baka yung kontrata ninyo ay hindi nasunod or talagang tinatago yung mga relevant information ninyo bilang isang manggagawa sa inyong employer, provided lang guys na kayo ay hindi involved, no? So dapat talaga yung contract ninyo as a worker is true, dapat totoo at walang halong kasinungalingan, at provided na hindi kayo involved sa pagsisinungaling ng inyong employer, ay pwede kayong automatic na mag-transfer guys pag may mga ganyan na nangyari sa inyo as worker dito sa Saudi Arabia. Then pang-anim guys, if a labor dispute arises between the worker and the employer or his representative fails to attend to litigation hearing at any judicial level despite being notified of the hearing dates or not attending to the amicable settlement hearings. So guys, kung may mga kaso daw between you and your employer at hindi sila nakapag-attend sa mga hearing sa korte, yun ay magiging automatic na guys na kayo ay pwedeng mag-transfer sa ibang employer. And then pang-pito guys, if the current employer approves the expatriate workers transfer. So yun, ito din yung isa sa mga condition na pwede kayong mag-transfer guys kahit wala yung mga conditions to avail or become eligible sa service. Basta approve ng employer ninyo guys, yung current employer ninyo approve yung request ninyo to transfer, ay pwede kayong mag-avail sa employee mobility service. So question or clarification guys, ano yung ibig sabihin nito? For me guys, my understanding sa pang-pito is kahit pa hindi ninyo natapos yung 1 calendar year guys from your current employer, beginning from the date of your entry to the kingdom, basta aprobado or binigyan kayo ng go signal na mag-transfer ng new employer, ay pwede yun guys. Pwedeng hindi sunod yung eligibility condition sa expatriate worker to avail the employee mobility service. So yun lang guys ang clarification natin with regards sa mga conditions na entitled ang isang expatriate worker kahit hindi masunod yung eligibility condition. So to move further guys, dito tayo sa frequently asked questions. Number 1 question, how can the employer benefit from the employee mobility service? The new employer applies to acquire the service through the ministry's Kiwa portal. So sa Kiwa portal po sila mag-apply guys para maka-acquire sila ng request to transfer ng isang worker sa kanilang kumpanya. Next question, number 2 question, does the employee mobility service require any fee payments? No, there are no additional fees unlike the current system. So wala pong babayaran guys ang serbisyong ito. That is part of the system. Unlike sa current system guys na may babayaran yung may corresponding fees sa pag-transfer ng isang empleyado. Then number 3 question guys, will this service affect the issuance of visas for business owners? This initiative will not affect issued visas, which are still regulated as per the current system. So kahit na dito lang kayo na hire guys, ay walang epekto nito sa mga employer natin sa pagkuha ng mga visas. So it will still undergo to the existing or current regulated regulation ng pag-issue ng mga visa guys. So number 4 question, can an expatriate worker change jobs during their first year after entering the kingdom? Yes, however, they must obtain the approval of their current employer. So this is what I have said earlier guys, na pwedeng hindi masunod yung eligibility condition basta nag-approve yung current employer ninyo kahit less than 1 year pa lang kayo sa current employer ninyo. Then pang-limang katanungan guys, are there any conditions that expatriate worker must meet to change jobs after the employment contract expires? No, wala. Walang mga conditions na kailangan i-meet ang expatriate workers guys sa paglipat ng trabaho kung yung employment contract niya sa current employer ay tapos na or expire na. So yun po yung frequently asked questions. So yun po guys yung employee mobility service sa mga kababayan kong OFW dito sa Saudi Arabia. Kung balak nyong lumipat ng bagong employer ay ito na po yung service na binigay sa atin as part of the Labor Reform Initiative to improve employer-employee work relationship. So yun po yun guys, that is advantage between sa employer natin at saka sa atin. I think yun lang yung detalye about this service guys. Kung may mga katanungan kayo or mga suggestions, mag-comment lang po sa comment section below. At yun guys, I think that's all lang guys. Maraming salamat sa panonood at please kung nagustuhan nyo guys ang video na to, like and share this video guys at see you in my next video guys. Bye bye.